a lot of secrets and unknown stories out there for CS2 maps, and I try to hit you with at least one new secret for every map in the game. For example, on Inferno, CT Spawn, you can see that Crossini sign on the wall, Olio Motore, which is screaming a Martini logo, AK Oil for some hardcore human moders, and we can only guess if this Valve's dev who put the banner there is a James Bond fan or nah. Also, this building's roof window is a top secret as it actually gets you zero natural light in because it's inside a building, and the roof work here in general is a full puzzle. Did you know that the Dust 2's original working title from the map's author David Johnston was Dust 3, as he believed that similar to movie trilogies, a direct second installment, Dust 2, would not be as good as the first, so he jokingly titled it 3 to imply a later, better version of the map. Officially, it was still released with a number 2 that are actually double doors. By the way, behind these doors used to be the first bomb site Johnston ever planned to the map. You got into a room where there was a bomb site. That's why the doors are most likely still here. One thing that makes Dust 2 iconic is the fact that you can achieve entry kills in the quickest time possible out of all the active duty maps out there via this suicide to CT midline. But it comes out Johnston wasn't just aware of that. In fact, he said if he would realize that the kills can come in within seconds, he would have possibly changed it, so there's no clear line of sight from suicide to city mid. Sometimes those type of mistakes do create greatness, so embrace your mistakes, and thanks to Johnston for this one. Next up, Mirage, where original creator of the map, Bubkiss, doesn't like one thing about Valve's changed Mirage, and it's the fact they added A stairs. Originally, there were crates, just like at Tetris, so you needed to boost over to see towards Palace. That's why this connector box was added, so you could solo see over the stairs boxes to Palace. But now, stairs kinda ruin the purpose of this box, as the angle from Palace towards here is kinda the same. Most likely, if A stairs would have been there from the start, this connector box would not be existing. Also, outside of the playable zone in B, there is Honda from 90s with American license plates on it. Although the map is located in Morocco, someone with a casual road trip to Morocco. On Ancient, you can find the archaeology map, but you can't find the CS2 marketplace where you could instantly sell your CS2 skins for real money. This is where today's sponsor, Skinplace, comes in. Process is simple. You have to log in, then select the skins you want to sell. You choose the payment method, then add details. You obviously add code NateKing to get paid extra 2% on your first sale, and that's how you withdraw here. Link to their service is down below, and thanks to Skinplace for sponsoring. So this map shows bomb site A as Plaza A, then Plaza B is B bomb site, but there is also Plaza C close to T-spawn. Maybe Ancient was meant to be the first ever CS2 map with 3 bomb sites. Valorant incoming. Also, Valve themselves confirmed that this place should be called Donut. No secret, pure fact. Next up, Anubis, where if you no-clipped into this room previously, you could experience something like... Nowadays, in the newest version, nothing happens, but the main face is still there. If you go to B-bomb site and look at this paper, it is empty. Previously, you could find Chess Cliff's signature from this document, but following his arrest in 2018, Valve removed all references to Cliff from the game, so now you know the story behind this empty space. By the way, they also removed Bot Cliff, as most of the bots are named after Valve employees. You can still find "Stop letting chickens in the facility" text on this whiteboard, and they have done a great job. Since Nuke is one of the maps that has no chickens on it, they do have 100% real nuts though. On Overpass, one of the Valve's devs, Prisk, spoiled me some tea that a lot of the graffitis on the walls are tributes to Valve workers. For example, this JAC should belong to a guy who runs CS's official Twitter. Then here in B Water Tons, we have a graffiti for Prisk herself, who designed plenty of those. She added that the graffiti on the wall that says Ace says JKB under it. That's for Jacob, who also worked on upgrading Overpass to how it looks now. And at Long Toilets, you can find a secret message to keep you hydrated. Drink another one, drink two, another one, etc. Train has an Easter egg attributed to Portal. In many of the rooms you can't get in. There are a lot of papers relating to company V Corp, which is most likely a short form of Valve's corporation. One of the pieces of the paperwork shows a comparison of sales V Corp versus Aperture Labs, which is US-based scientific research corporation appearing as the main antagonistic organization in Portal and Portal 2. Boom. Also at the B-Bomb site, the TV in this locked room shows some pictures of previous versions of Train. If you feel nostalgic, no clip in. And near Ivy, this pigeon sign refers to a big bug where players could stand on pigeons and fly up in the sky with them. Better than Ryanair, to be honest. Alrighty, Alpine has a secret toilet for Counter-Strike Source enthusiasts only. They also have this TV Half-Life 2 Easter egg that can't go unnoticed. And now secrets from one of the map authors, Twinny. In this sauna hut, you can find a crown. That's a reference to his friend. It says XVX, that in the internet slang stands for a vegan straight edge, an acronym used to represent individuals who combine the strict absence of straight edge lifestyle, no alcohol, tobacco or drugs, with a strict vegan lifestyle. That's the beauty of secrets. We don't actually know what is going on. By the way, on this gondola, there's another reference to Twinny's friend who helped him with some graphics on this particular model. Gina was here. On Italy, you can find this Pergusa coffee ad that seems to be heavily inspired by the beast in the industry, Lavazza. Secondly, take a look at those pictures. This is how old Italy looked. And here we are, the same place, market, just looking a bit more scuffed. And the last one has to be the weirdest one. If you need the mailboxes, aim like shown and right click throw, you will be changing mailboxes shape a bit. If you no clip up on the crane on Vertigo, you can actually do some shashlik and have a seat. Maybe that's the real reason why Una likes Vertigo. New map Warden hosts a Felsen prison. That is a reference to Folsom State Prison, one of the first maximum security prisons, and it was also the first prison in the US to have electric lights. Singer Johnny Cash made FSP widely known to the outside world through his song Folsom Prison Blues in 1955, and he also performed 2 live concerts there. The first one was in 1966, plus the more famous, held on January 13th, 1968 in FSB Cafeteria. This concert became recorded as the album at Folsom Prison. Cash later said that prison's inmates were the most enthusiastic audience I ever played to. By the way, the Folsom Prison Blues single from that album was top 1 on the country music chart for 4 weeks. Also, there is Deadlock's Warden Easter egg on the wall. Super general. Since this stronghold map is located in Gibraltar, you can actually find monkeys on the map. A fun fact, Barbary macaques in Gibraltar are Europe's only wild monkeys. By the way, I also asked one of the 4 map creators, T-Rexer, where you can see the monkeys running around on the map, and he said that it's full random. There are a couple of spots they can appear in, and that's random by round. Some of these are triggered by players, like the ones running across speed tunnels. Others are just in the loop, and in general, there aren't many Easter eggs on the map because after the Transits map case, Valve has made sure everything is as safe as possible. But one more juicy thing still, at a bomb site inside the trash can, there is a book mentioning the name Quoting, who's their mapper friend who has made a lot of Wingman maps featured in the game, by the way, Pit Stop, Palace, etc. He added that they have this joke as Quoting is really good at taking screenshots of the maps, and that's where the Quoting School book came from. Everyone who wants to take good screenshots of the maps, go study. At T-Spawn, if you listen to the radio here on Office, you can hear news broadcast referencing 4 hostages, which was true for older versions of the map, but now there's only 2 hostages to be saved, and this voice is rumored to be Gabe Newell's, a famous co-founder and current managing director of Valve's software. By the way, the Shepard Mortgage Company is likely a reference to Adrian Shepard from Half-Life. Also, Office Building has a number 52375, which if you add all numbers up, you get 22, which means if this video has more than 20